Hello and welcome back to another video from Average FPL. We're just going to preview game week 15, and as you might have seen, I've made a transfer. I wasn't sure whether I was going to, but I've taken out Huang from Wolves. His fixtures just looked a bit too rubbish, really, for me to sort of take the risk. But talk about taking risks, I've gone and done it. I've got a Man City player in again. I know I said I wasn't going to, but really what I was thinking was their fixtures just look too good, really. And going into the week, I think Watford away for Man City. I know Jesus might not play all the time, but this week I was going to put Huang on the bench anyway and play Matt Loughton. So I was thinking, well, if I was willing to put that player that I've replaced on the bench, then I might as well give Jesus a chance in my lineup. And I think I'm going into it knowing that he might not play, and in which case I'd be more than happy with Loughton coming on. So it's a no risk one for me really. It was just a bit of maybe a fun transfer to make going forwards. I think if he plays, he's got a huge chance of returns, and therefore the upside is really positive. And if he doesn't play, then I know I'm not going to get frustrated because I know what I'm getting myself into, really. I think it's just going to be for a few weeks till, Man City's fixtures change or, De Bruyne comes back. And then I'll just transfer him down to a cheaper attacker in order to get De Bruyne back in. So that is the plan. In terms of the rest of the team, my goalkeeper is still Edison. I think Watford away, I'd really like to think he could get a clean sheet there. And Wolves, as I know, having Huang in, haven't really been scoring, and I think that's going to benefit my Liverpool defence as well. I think there's a chance that I can get 3 out of 4 clean sheets here. I'm not too sure with Brentford having Leeds away, but then Leeds haven't exactly been free scoring either. So I think, it's one of those weekends where I think maybe I could get 4 clean sheets. I could potentially also get none, because they're all capable of conceding a goal. Moving into midfield, we've got Salah as captain, obviously, although I was really tempted to have Son as captain this week. And I think, I'll probably stick it with Salah, but, Son as that option, Norwich at home. I know they've changed managers and I know the form is slightly improving, but even still, you've got to think if you've got a big hitter like Son playing Norwich at home, then that's always got to be, quite tempting in order to captain him. But learnt from a couple of weeks ago, you just captain Salah and forget about it. Mount um, has got quite a tricky fixture, but he got a goal and assist on midweek. So hopefully he'll be able to continue his form there. And Smith Rowe has got Everton away. Everton are not in a good place at the moment, so I'm hopeful of attacking returns there. The strikers, I think Tony and Jesus, if he plays, have got a great chance of getting attacking returns. I would think that Pookie probably isn't. So I think, moving into it, that's a possible substitution to take out Pookie and put in Matt Loughton and have Pookie as first bench. I think, with when you're considering things like that, you always think, oh, I play the attacker because I've got more chance of getting points. But really, is Pookie going to get more than 6 points? Who do I think has got a better chance of, has Loughton got a better chance of keeping a clean sheet away at Newcastle, or has Pookie got a better chance of scoring away at Tottenham? And you kind of say maybe Matt Loughton would probably have a better chance of getting a clean sheet. In fact, you could probably say Manquillo, Burnley at home, might have a good chance of keeping a clean sheet as well. There's a strong chance that that fixture would finish 0-0. I've actually got the two players that have a good chance of getting a clean sheet sat on my bench. But then that's quite a nice option to have if someone doesn't play. So yeah, looking at the rest of the fixtures, I would be tempted. Um, I think if you had a Man City player in, you could captain them away at Watford. I would say Liverpool away at Wolves. I wouldn't necessarily expect loads of goals, but I think if you've got Salah, you've got to captain him. Um, Elsewhere on Sunday's games, I think Spurs. I think if you didn't have a Liverpool player, you'd just captain Son. Um, I guess if you still had Kane, you'd captain him. I'm sure he's about to explode for a few goals in the near future, and I think this fixture is maybe one where that could happen. And I think Man United, you're going to see a turnaround, a bit of a bounce back as well. Scored goals against Arsenal, and I think maybe if you had Ronaldo in your team, captaining Ronaldo this week is maybe a good shout as well. Other than that, I'd maybe be tempted to stay away from deviating from those players. But I'd be interested to know what you think as well. Hopefully, I'm going for my sixth green arrow in a row. And, I think that's probably really uncharted waters for me in terms of positive rank rises. But I guess if you start low enough down the ranks, then it's easy to get that. But within the top 2 million now, hopefully another positive week and a positive Christmas, Christmas fixtures will really see me, crack that top million before too long. But we'll have to see. Okay, thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.